Welcome to the Breaking Burnout for Nurses podcast. My name is Bonnie Kitahata, and I'm your host today. And today I have my Michael Roth. He's my favorite transformational trauma coach. He's been on before, and we really got a lot of good information from him. So today he's going to talk about trauma from being online and possibly getting scammed. So even though this podcast is directed toward nurses, I think everybody could get a lot of good information from you today, Michael. So welcome. So, okay, online scamming, what can you tell us?
Well, I can tell you a lot. So, and a lot of this initially was firsthand, and now I'm seeing that it's very, very widespread. All professions, nurses, doctors, lawyers, we're all subject to being scammed. And what I've noticed is men and women in their 60s, 70s, and older seem to be the targets. I mean, we're all targets, but certainly the senior citizens of the world. You know, we're often not very technological savvy and have big hearts and are very gullible, especially unbelievable. So let me tell you a little bit about what to look out for so you know. So when you're online or people are making friends online, they're chatting, and we never know who we're really talking to or chatting with. And people that I've chatted with in the last couple of years are very believable. Mm-hmm. And then what happens is, you get something happens to them. I'm told I'll get a text message from a doctor saying that we found your name in somebody's text messages, and then they'll ask me to pay funds because they're in a coma or they need some sort of medical care. And what do I know? I believe it, and then we pay. I learned that a doctor is not going to do that. A medical doctor, an osteopathic physician, they're not going to text me or you for payment. And then the other piece of this, which looking back on it, seems like it's a no-brainer, the payments that they're asking you to make, not with a credit card, like if you went to a hospital in Camarillo or Ventura, but they want you to pay with Bitcoin or gift cards. So then you're running around, to stores and getting cards and sending Bitcoin. Well, you can't trace any of that. It's totally, now I realize it. It's totally nonsense. And if you come across that, just know it's fake.
Oh my gosh. So they texted you about a friend of yours that needed money?
Not a friend that I ever met. Someone that I chatted with, just friends, and then something happens. There's always something that happens. They're assaulted, they'll have a car accident, and then they end up in a coma. And up until yesterday, I didn't know that the government pays for if you're in a coma. I didn't know that. I didn't know they have Medicaid or Cal, or that's kind of what happens. Mm-hmm. I was led to believe that the way it's presented, the doctor will say if we don't receive the funds, then they're going to die. And who wants to be on the hook for somebody dying? At least that's me anyway. And so I succumbed to it and realized at the end of the day, it's completely nonsense. So the red flags, somebody reaches out to you and they want money and they want it in Bitcoin or gift cards, right away, just know it's nonsense. It's crazy. But it's very devastating because lots and lots of people. I had a client who's a family practice physician who was online, has a really big heart, and basically was sending money to this girl, putting her through university in the Midwest. Now, at the end of the day, who knows who he's sending the money to? Because a lot of these scams, the people are in Nigeria or Africa somewhere. The other piece, which I'm going to just say, because it's artificial intelligence right now, as most of you know, is really popular. Mm-hmm. And you can type in different profiles, putting a person's age, what they do for a living. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. And AI will tell them how to communicate to that person to hook them, to enroll them in your thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm going to cough again. Excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah, so my doing this is just to educate you so it doesn't happen to you. The other thing that's really popular these days, and especially since COVID, Bonnie, can you stop that for a sec? The recording. I want to get some water. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. I don't know if I think I should have paused it and I ended it instead. So let me unpause it. I mean,
Or does the editing? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So the other thing that's
Okay,
very
wait a second. I think okay, we're recording. She'll just fix it. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, no, I was going to say the other thing that's very popular these days is something called identity theft.
Okay.
And I saw a lot of that, and I was the victim of that around the COVID time. I had taken out a small business administration loan for $10,000, and then one day, a year or two later, I was checking my, the status of that, and I saw that somebody used my information and borrowed $20,000 twice.
Whoa. Oh
And
my gosh.
And all this time, I've been dealing with the SBA and theft, and it's still not rectified. It's a nightmare. And of course, once it happens to you, you start meeting other people that have been dealing with that. So when you're online, I mean, here's the prevention, and you get really friendly with somebody, or you think you're friendly, and then they somehow, I don't know, ask you to admit some of your personal information or something. Do not ever do that online. It's a nightmare. And I'm still, like I said, still dealing with it. So between identity theft and just the whole idea of being scammed, be careful. That's my coaching, because it becomes very, very traumatic. And it happens to, like I said, nurses, doctors, firemen. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're all suspect, especially if we're older.
Yeah. So, some of the things are like we were talking about earlier. It's like this is their full-time job to scam people, and they're very clever at it. Some of the emails that you get look so real. I mean, they look like a real, official website of something. And you can so easily fall for it. So, make sure that
I mean, let me just say this, because you guys are nurses, and so I was contacted by a doctor, allegedly, who was caring for this woman in a hospital who supposedly had a leg amputation, and the doctor seemed to be responsible for getting the patient discharged, was harassing me to pay the discharge fees, which I didn't, and then the doctor allegedly is in jail because the administrator of the hospital, because she didn't collect the money, they arrested her. Then I'm getting emails or text messages from the doctor to help her get out of jail. I mean, and then the topper of it all is today. I just, for the heck of it, went on social media just to see if this woman who supposedly had the leg amputation existed, is still around, and I saw that she took her life at age 17. So it's not even a real person. That, I'm telling you, it is nuts.
Oh my gosh.
And very traumatic.
I wonder how they even picked you to be the victim. I mean, so you did know that person?
No, I never met them. No, but this is what I'm learning. A lot of the scams that happen to me are from the same people using different identities. And why I say that is because the same things happen. The coma. I mean, it's now it's like, I know, right? Because
well, I guess once they take advantage of you, they're like, oh, keep him on our list because he's a juicy one.
Something like that. Something like that.
Yeah. So I wonder if there's somebody we can report to that can do something about it. Like, does it help to report it to the police, or?
Well, with the police, my experience is they told me to just file a claim or report online. I think what I now know is to contact the FBI and the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, and probably the district attorney. and then that would be the thing to do. That's what I'm going to do now. Now that I know I've been completely scammed. Now that I know. Up until this point, I believed these people that I was going to be paid back and all that. I really did. My stupidity. And so now I'm on a mission to share the trauma that I've experienced to others so they don't have to go through this.
Oh my gosh. So is it possible to get the maybe the email address of the, is it the FBI or the whoever you report to?
I don't have that handy,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm sure you could Google local FBI branch, district attorney, or contact your district attorney and ask them, listen, this is what happened. Please advise me. What are my options?
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Yes, because we keep hearing more and more stories through. I just got a text message from the fast track. Where you're supposed to when you drive in a certain lane on the freeway, it's a fast track lane.
Right.
And if you don't pay the fee, or if you don't have that little box, then you get charged. Well, I hadn't even been on the freeway. I hadn't even been out of my house, and I'm getting a text from them saying you were on the freeway on this date, and if you don't pay the fine, it's going to go up higher and higher. I'm kind of laughing at it because it's so ridiculous. I mean, luckily it was so ridiculous that I just I blocked it and I reported it as scam. But every day they're scamming you. They're trying to scam you every which way. So you have to be so aware of it.
Very
unfortunately.
Aware. After all this, I've got Norton antivirus on my computer and my phone, and I pay $47 a month. Today I got a notification from allegedly Norton Virus saying they ran this description and they billed $500. Now I'm not paying $500, so I know it was bull. And then I clicked on their email and it was not Norton Virus.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's just
Well, they have so many. Oh, just click this link. And that probably sends you down another rabbit hole. So
yeah, exactly. You got it now, Bonnie.
Ugh. So every day you have to be so aware. Okay, well, thanks, Michael Roth, for that great news today. It's it makes us more aware that it's happening every day, everywhere, from not just one source, from many different sources. And like we were saying, that's what they do full time, is scam people. So
yeah. And what I said in the previous podcast about my approach to the mind-body approach to helping a person release trauma, it's the same model with this too.
Yes. Okay. So again, we will have Michael Roth. We will have his information on my website, www.breakingburnout.com. So he will have his information there, and his links and email address, so that you can get a hold of him and he can help you through this trauma. Oh, thank you so much for being on my show again. And, I'm going to invite you again for another topic.
Great. Thank you, Bonnie.
All right. Thank you.
All
and
right,
everybody,
bye.
Take care and have a good week.
You too.
Okay.